Hello, I'm Hannah LaFleur.
And I'm Aubrey Massey.
And that's not true.
Just kidding. I'm Hannah LaFleur.
And I'm Aubrey Massey. And this is Okay, so hear me out. That was your job. You're supposed to say it at the same time. We can do it. It's cuter. I don't know.
Hi, I'm Hannah LaFleur.
And I'm Aubrey Massey. And this is Okay, so hear me out. It's an imagination exploratory where Hannah and I grab either a friend or a random person off the street. We don't know. We're just kind of messing around. And we take a topic and then we say the stupidest shit about it for about, 45 minutes?
Yeah.
And then you get to listen to it and just enjoy the sweet bliss of three idiots saying stupid things.
And our guest today is my dear sister, Tessa LaFleur. She is a knower of many things, and she's fantastic. Say hi, Tessa.
Hi, Tessa.
Yeah,
I'm Dad.
Your dad?
Hi, Tessa. I'm Dad. No, I am Tessa, and I'm not Dad. And I do know some things.
Now, nobody's really supposed to know this, but Hannah doesn't actually have a sister. This is just a random vegan we found on the street because we wanted to talk about food today.
Yeah. And we wanted someone who thinks a lot about it.
Who has too many opinions about food.
There's too many opinions about food, yeah.
Tessa, tell us why you became a vegan.
I'm vegan because I really like animals, and
no, I'm not talking about Tessa. I'm not talking about your serious answer. I'm talking about your shit answer.
Oh, well, I was graduating. I was graduating from a Catholic high school, and I really needed another rule set that had a really strict regimen that I just needed to stick to, or else I knew I was just gonna blow up in college. So
veganism,
I decided that it would keep me under control.
Yeah.
Was it between that and communism or something like that?
I mean, don't even get me started on how much of a communist I am.
Okay.
Yeah. After both Tessa and I are graduates of a very small little Catholic school in South Louisiana. After graduating, we just decided the real world didn't have enough rules, so we just come up with rules for ourselves constantly. And Tessa came up with rules about
I came up with veganism.
Yeah, Hello, everybody. Welcome to our podcast. Today we are sitting here with the creator of veganism, Tessa LaFleur. She literally created veganism. It's the first person to say, You know what? Not only do I want to not eat animals, I also don't want to eat animal products. Is the first person to ever do that. Congratulations, Tessa. You should be so proud.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Anyways.
Fun fact, the guy who did coin the term veganism, it was in the 1940s, and he was an agnostic. And that's a lot of people who are like, veganism's not a religion, point to that guy. Because they're like, it was invented by an agnostic, which is not a good argument.
I've never met a person that was like, you know what? I want to go vegan, but I just don't feel like it would fit my religious beliefs. Nobody's... Oh, that's a lie.
Yeah.
I just told a story about that the other day. My friend... No, it wasn't veganism. It was my friend Jacob Greenstein was like, man, I would really like to go Islamic. I like the religion and everything, but I like pork too much to give that up. I can't actually be a Muslim.
That's how it is with veganism. It's I love animals, but I also love bacon too much to ever love animals that much. I don't know. That's kind of what it feels like whenever they say it. I want to go vegan because I love animals,
yeah.
but I love bacon.
Right, I know, yeah.
So it's okay.
What's been fun is watching Tessa's interaction with our family, being a vegan for the past 4 years, because...
You're a vegan? I thought you were Catholic. That's not how people in Louisiana talk, I don't think.
Well, I think, okay, also, I found some old people get veganism confused with just vegetables generally. So it's oh, she's vegan. Let's just give her vegetables. They don't understand what it is Tessa can and can't eat.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's
Sorry,
here's the premise of the game. We start off with the topic, food, restaurants, that kind of thing. And then somebody just says, okay, so hear me out. And then you just come up with whatever was in your brain, it comes out of your mouth, and then hopefully it's good. And if it's not, we try to make it better. That's it.
Okay.
So
I've got a good one to start. This is a food idea, and I'm honestly not sure how I feel about this, but it crossed my mind the other day. Okay, so hear me out. Savory Pop-Tarts. Is that a good idea?
You just mean like little pockets of bread filled with meat? Is that what you mean?
I kind of like that, except
garlic bread.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like you could have a garlic bread
Yeah.
Pop-Tart. You could have like
it's almost like bruschetta, but all the goodness is on the inside.
Yeah.
Like a pocket of
Yeah.
bruschetta.
That's what I'm thinking.
You're literally describing Hot Pockets. People have made Hot Pockets already. That's what that is.
No, this is a breakfast treat that you put in your toaster already. This isn't a microwave.
So you're describing a breakfast burrito, but it's more solid on the outside. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
And thinner.
Okay, that is exactly what I'm saying. But
How about we take this new thing and we put eggs and bacon in it, and now it's a new thing.
Okay, so hear me out.
You know what's interesting? Pop-tarts are really more like pop sweet than tart anyway.
Yeah.
And so maybe we could play with that suffix a little bit.
Pop savory.
Make
what?
No.
pop
Pop Pockets. We
Pop
just call them
Spice.
Pop Pockets. Because they're literally Hot
No,
Pockets,
we're not
but now
Hot
they're Pop
Pockets. They can't be compared to Hot Pockets. I like Tessa's idea. Pop savories.
pop savories.
Pop delicatessen. Okay, or pop sandwich. Pop. I like pop savories. I think it's
Popwich.
Popwich. It sounds, the more ridiculous it sounds, I think the better. So, okay, so hear me out.
Okay,
you wake up in the morning.
Hit me some flavors.
Okay, no. I'm setting the mood. So you wake up in the morning. Yeah, that's what you sound like when you wake up.
It's my good Foley work.
You're like, man, I feel like having breakfast today, but I don't have time.
Man, I really feel like having breakfast today, but I don't have time.
Good thing in my pantry, I've got a packet of Pop Savers.
What the fuck is this shit in my cabinet? I've never ordered these in my life.
Hey, maybe you should try them out. Just pop them in the toaster and wait, 2 minutes and...
Help me.
I have a
else do
toaster.
You have a toaster. All right. You break
Borrow
people all
my
like the
toaster.
Kool-Aid man with the toaster. You're the toaster woman now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm dressed up as a toaster. That's the premise of this
I put it
commercial. Now it's a commercial.
Okay, so I've put now when I pop it back out, what is it?
Okay, so the breakfast edition is eggs, bacon, but okay, the outside is like buttery. It's like a croissant. It's delicious.
Okay.
The inside, it's eggs and bacon or sausage, or the vegan version, which would, Tessa, be what? The vegan equivalent of eggs, bacon kind of deal.
It could be, I mean, they have like vegan egg replacers and
Right.
vegan bacon,
like,
but if we wanted to go the more delicious route, what I'd suggest is like rice, like breakfast rice dishes that are like ricey, and what if it was like had some sweet potato? That could be interesting because sweet potato kind of has that breakfasty feel.
Right.
But if we don't want them to be sweet, then yeah.
You do realize that toast. I'm looking this up right now. I'm not looking this up. I just remembered this. Toaster strudel does have a breakfast line.
Toaster strudel's a breakfast food anyway.
No. But of eggs and bacon.
Okay, well, you know what?
How does it differ? Tell me. How does it differ?
Mine people know about because they're awesome and they're marketable, and we make badass commercials about them. And okay, so
sustainably harvested pops.
There we go. Organic. We're gonna make them sustainably harvested. They're gonna be
right off the pop savory tree.
The things that are in season right now. What's that? The word I'm looking for.
I don't know.
Seasonal.
Farm to table movement.
Farmed fresh.
Yeah.
Locally grown.
There we go. And
is it gonna be one little? Yeah, it would be a small business.
It would.
If it were all locally grown.
It'd be pretty cute.
We just have a lot of factories in a lot of different places.
And we don't just have breakfast Pop-Tarts. We have the lunch savory Pop-Tarts, which is more like, I don't know, maybe kind of like a pepperoni deal. Okay, this is starting to sound like Hot Pockets, which it is not. Have a turkey. I don't know. No. Okay. Skip lunch. Straight to dinner. I like the idea of garlic bread and a Pop-Tart. So
Yeah.
that's really what the whole idea of this
garlic
is.
bread. And let's stuff it in some more bread.
No.
It's such a thing.
No. The whole point of the whole breakfast thing and the lunch thing was for me to get to this part about the garlic bread Pop-Tart, where it tastes like garlic bread, but you put it in your toaster and it's delicious and tasty.
So is it just
Garlicky.
bread, but now it's just got a lot of garlic stuffed in it? It's
Garlic
ground
and
down
butter
garlic.
and I don't know.
And
cheese.
Italian seasoning.
Yeah.
Basil.
Okay. And on the
Basil.
box, and
Gotta have
of course
basil.
on the box now we have to put not for vampires.
Yeah.
But really we don't put that because we want the vampires.
Hey,
to
what
eat
if
them.
we do like a Chick-fil-A idea where it's like vampires are marketing it? That's a bad idea. What was your
I'm sorry.
gasp about?
Okay, so yes, my gasp, of course. So hear me out. We start a restaurant and we market purely for otherworldly beings. Let's try to get them here. Let's
That would
put
be cool.
let's
I
put
like that.
some blood wine on the menu and
Yes.
some
Okay, but
the silverware cannot actually be silver. It has to be
is this
something where-
restaurant, can I visit it as a muggle? As a normal human beastie?
I guess I didn't say, do wizards count as otherworldly beings?
Sure.
Maybe
good,
you can visit it as a hunter.
Right.
No, don't. That makes them really. We here at the. I don't know what the name.
Dungeons and
thinking-
beer.
No.
Sharp tooth bites.
Oh, that's a start.
I think bites is a nice second word.
That's
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Or
something. I'm thinking instead of okay. So let's. What do they do?
what
They
if it was
prey on
called
people?
off the bone?
I'm thinking something. Ooh, that's. I think that'd be a good menu item.
Yes.
How about I'm thinking something that goes like they spook, right? We get spooks, and what else do these kind of
Beasties.
creatures? They're beasties.
Spooks, beasties,
The kooks and spooks. We call it kooks and spooks.
Kooks and spooks.
kooks and spooks. That's good.
Here at the Kooks and Spooks Tavern, we like to treat our clientele without making them scared for their lives. So no vampire hunters. Okay, no
Yeah.
Buffys, no.
No Sam and Dean.
Yeah, none of the. I never watched that series, but I know what you're talking
Tessa
about.
and I did.
No.
I identified as Dean, and she identified as Sam, but ironically, of course. And we would like walk out of Dad's house, and we'd be like, "All right, Tessa, I just need you to step in."
we're gonna see Dad again.
Gosh. All right. Also, no Blade because, like, with him only being half vampire, people get really uncomfortable around him too.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
all right. So let's get Kooks and Spooks. We're marketing
Kooks
for
and Spooks.
vampires, werewolves, ghosts, wizards, crazy evil scientists, Frankenstein's monsters. There. Let's start there.
Okay.
Let's start there. How
Goats.
do we go? Yeah, and goats. We start with no what?
Never mind.
Ghosts and ghosts.
Yeah.
Goats and ghosts. You're right. The ghost goats. All right. So we get our first ghost goat into the tavern.
Yeah.
What do we feed them?
Appetizers. Fingers. It's just straight up fingers.
Literally finger foods. So we have our finger foods
Finger
here.
foods.
Yeah, I see you like this here, Mr. Werewolf.
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty good. We got our finger foods.
Okay, we like if they're going for a meaty kind of thing, you could literally like if it's us cooking, I don't want to sacrifice any lives.
No,
make
we
fingers.
hire other people to do that.
To kill
It's
people for their
tofu-based
fingers? Okay, I was gonna say, what are we making it out of? Tofu would be cool. It'd be actually vegan. Looks like
Yeah.
little fingers.
And then eventually,
Or like little Vienna sausages if they want actual meat, but we like carve it out into like a finger shape, you know?
yeah. And so
But
it
I like
looks
the
a
idea of
finger.
tofu. Be cool.
And-
Sustainable.
Finger.
Potato skins. Everybody
Toe
likes
fingers.
those. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that werewolves and vampires really like potato skins. Yeah. So I think that'll work.
It's true.
Too. Yeah, it's very true. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my research.
Potato skins, but you make it look like human skin.
Ew. I like it though.
Has
And then we
tattoos
go
on
to-
it.
And then, then we we go. And then we got the main course. What's there?
Probably some kind of like
A bowl of lava.
I was thinking a bowl of something like yeah. Is lava tasty for anyone? Like, but some kind of
maybe
stew.
goats could eat lava.
I haven't heard of that kind of goat.
Kind of
like
wise
stew
ass
thing.
Some
Like-
wise ass ghost that's just like, oh, I think this will go right through me, and then they're just gonna chug it. It's gonna start splattering on the floor.
Of course, that is the trope.
That is my.
Let's see. We could have some like zoodles that look like brain
Why are they called zoodles?
because they're made out of
They're
zucchini.
zucchini noodles.
Oh.
Oh,
That was sad.
can I? Okay, so hear me out. How? Okay, so hear me out. The dessert for this same place is like a molten lava chocolate cake, and that's where we have the lava.
I like
because
that
it's a
idea.
molten lava chocolate
Molten
cake.
lava
Except
chocolate,
we
yeah.
can, yeah, maybe it can come and it can be like this beautiful little like mini city model, and we would have molds in the back so it wouldn't be like too difficult to make every time. But at the bottom of the mountain there could be like people running away and screaming like Pompeii, and the lava's coming out and it's killing them.
That will do great, especially for our Godzilla customers.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Like, what if to open up the like? I'm picturing like a rock or something. You have to like, like. Sorry, people in the podcast.
Hey,
People in the
podcast.
in
People,
Minnesota.
okay, people in the
don't you
podcast
know?
can't see what I'm doing with my hands right now. So what I was trying to do is like, hey, like, you know, you're chiseling away, and then you get in there, and then the lava comes out. Tessa, would this lava be actual lava or
literal lava.
actually delicious?
I think it's the kind of, it tastes the same as like a normal molten lava chocolate cake, but it's dyed with like super vibrant colors. So it's not just like a gross sandy orange like
Right.
normal food dye. There's like edible glitter in there.
Right, like those,
And it's beautiful.
like a galaxy-looking thing comes out of this.
But like an orange red galaxy.
Right, I hear you. I hear you out.
Now,
That's
is
good.
this enough to get these patrons to our establishment? Is this enough? Do we need? I feel like we need another step. We need
Well, you need to have some kind of
entertainment.
You need to have entertainment, and I know that these kinds of creatures and ghosties are into beer because that's what they do in the movies. They always have big pints of beer splashing around. That's what I'm picturing is the aesthetic of this place.
I just figured
Maybe
it would
part
all be
of
blood.
how we do it and how it is a real haven for them is that like it's on some kind of like unowned land by like no country, like on some borderland that is free of all laws.
Oh.
We'll just pretend that's real, and that's how the monsters
That's not international.
can live
law.
there.
Okay, so hear me out. Along the lines of what Tessa just said, what if it's like underground, like it's in a cave? Like you have to
I like
enter.
that.
You have to enter through a cellar door, which is the most beautiful phrase in the English language from Donnie Darko.
And then we can just call it the underworld instead of. It's the city is the underworld
underworld.
because it's under the world, and then we have the Kooks and Spooks Tavern,
Yeah,
and there you go.
that's pretty cute.
Yeah.
And
I'm
our
adorable.
business cards, you just hand them out, and it's like through the cellar door. Bam, just drop my dick on our counter cake table.
Here's my contribution. So I've been thinking about how do we get creativity up in this podcast, because I don't like preparing things beforehand. That's me. Okay, don't show me a cat in the middle of a sentence. I'm
Tessa
gonna
has
get
a cat.
distracted, Tessa.
She was hopping up, and I'm trying to kind of stop her.
She literally looks like the cat in Kiki's Delivery Service that Gigi has a crush on.
Yeah, she does. She's trying to get on my desk, but there's not room for her right now. I'm sorry, girl.
Anyway,
Okay, so hear me out. Here's a new segment that we're introducing to the show. Episode 2, new segment. I think it's just where we take that and then so today's food. So I'm thinking that you give me or somebody volunteers, we give them a type of food and then they have to off the cusp try to come up with a a name for a restaurant that serves that kind of food, and then we go for it.
Mm.
What does that kind of sound? Since I came up with this game idea, I will be the first volunteer. Now, will it work? Who knows?
Okay, so I'm gonna say a food, and then you're gonna come up with it.
Yeah, I think that's.
All right, Tessa, do you want to go first?
Like come up with the thing?
No, you
say the food. I say the food?
Yeah.
Give me food.
So I give you just like any type or kind of food.
Yeah, let's see what happens. This might go terribly, but it's worth a shot.
Okay. Type of food. Everything is black. All the food served is black.
I think
like black colored food.
I think we just call that blackout. I think we just call that place blackout.
That's good.
Also, everybody has to eat in the dark, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Man, that is kind of scary.
No, there are restaurants that do that, so that wasn't that creative. But yes, everything is black, and you don't know if it is it burnt. You don't know until you eat it. It's all supposed to look that way. What's next? Hit me up with another one.
Okay, got it. Shrimp tacos.
Just shrimp tacos?
Yeah.
We call the establishment shrimp tacos, and then in parentheses it says, yes, we only serve shrimp tacos. And then you go inside, and the menu, it just says shrimp taco. It's just one piece of paper, and it just has the word shrimp tacos on it.
Yeah, that's good.
No price,
nothing.
That's
even more exclusive than like Cane's menu is as for chicken. You know, this is like literally just shrimp tacos.
Yeah, that's the name of the restaurant, shrimp tacos. No, we literally just serve shrimp tacos.
Literally just shrimp tacos. That's pretty good. Okay, cool.
Do they have a vegan option for shrimp tacos?
Heck yeah, they do.
You just have to know.
It's on the other side of the menu.
It's a secret menu item. You have to ask for it, but it's not on the menu because it would ruin their aesthetic.
It is on the menu. It's just written in invisible ink. That's the thing.
You
so
have to be the guy in National Treasure to be able to read the vegan
You have to
part
be
of the menu.
Nicolas Cage. Only Nicolas Cage has the ability to read it. Please don't say
so hear me out.
Themed restaurants.
No, but I was thinking about where we get our food, right? And so, hear me out. A restaurant where every time you order a menu item, you know how at like some steakhouses and stuff, they have little like TVs right next to like on every booth where there's like play sports.
Yeah.
You order a menu item and they'll give you video footage of where that food like came from, like where like, everything that made what exactly is on your plate.
That is a chef's table level idea, Tessa.
Yep.
We're going to cut this out of the podcast so that we can do it ourselves and make money for it and become famous. But that is beautiful.
Yeah,
Thank you.
That would, and you could see it being prepared too, like how like
In a
be the whole
corner.
journey.
Yeah. What if so hear me out on the line of your idea. So like you're having some kind of carrot thing. You see them planting the carrot seeds, and then they fast forward motion.
I think that's more of a stock video of this thing's happened. It shouldn't be the exact carrots. That's way too much.
Yeah,
production
I like the idea of the focus being on the people. And like on their farm and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like it would start with the farmer being like, "Hi, I'm the person who grew the seeds that are on your plate right now, and this is how I did it."
Yes.
And yeah, and it would go from person to person because it would go from farmer to truck driver to grocery store manager to chef.
Cool.
Now, here's the one flaw in your plan. Now, granted, I do understand that most farmers are very intelligent people that do their job, and they are not a cliche, but those cliche farmers do exist. And at some point, somebody's gonna order some carrots on a plate, and then all of a sudden on that screen, it's gonna be like, "Well, again, now we got some carrots, and we planted it now."
I like that though. I think that's
the
cool.
orange shit in the ground. We just pull it up and say, "Man, shave, carrot, and what's up, doc?" And that's
like it's literally the farmer from Napoleon Dynamite when he goes to that farm and the egg thing. And it was like, and you can't understand a word the guy's saying. And he's like,
or Farmer Fred from Waterboy.
Right. But that could happen with any part of those people. Also, though, if this is a restaurant that we would create, we wouldn't. Well, we might have farmers. I was going to say maybe we just hire coherent speakers to be our farmers.
Yeah. Also,
No,
I don't think I would want to like market this place as a vegan restaurant, but I think the concept kind of makes it vegan. My cat just jumped on my desk and she's like crawling on stuff, but it's fine. But I think like because no one wants to see the animal that they're eating.
No, you're right. And I mean,
no one wants to see that animal get slaughtered either. No one wants to see a freshly slaughtered animal get cut up into their meat cut.
No,
Tessa,
you're right.
I know that you've been to Fort Worth, but you've never been to Joshua, Texas, which is where I am from. And let me tell you, there are several people that I have met in my lifetime that would love to see the animal that they are about to eat. I know so many people who have personally killed the animals that they then eat. I know a lot of them. We just have to put this place in the middle of nowhere as an off-brand version of your restaurant.
Yeah.
And it can be animal-based as well.
The other day I went on a walk and pet some cows. It was
every day
really cute.
I'm jealous. Tessa, every day I drive home and I'm tempted to stop on the side of the road to pet the cows.
Now let me tell you.
But there's not a good side.
About Henry the cow. Henry the cow is a cow that has shown up in my yard several times now, probably 4 or 5 times, where I leave my property and I close the gate and then I drive somewhere, and then when I come back, there's a cow in there. I named him Henry. It's the same cow every time. Henry's always in my yard. And then I walk the property. I make sure, because it's a small property, it doesn't take that long. No holes in the gates. Nothing. Where did Henry come from? I don't know. He's a magic cow.
Maybe he's a wild cow. He was set free.
And he can go.
Maybe he's a businessman. He's an entrepreneur.
He's trying to get me to start spooks and kooks and spooks. He's trying to get, because he's a specter cow.
Also,
not inspector.
Okay, so hear me out.
Cow.
He is an entrepreneur, but he's an entrepreneur.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with entrepreneur. That's what I thought you were going to
go. Oh, that's pretty good.
Both of those are good versions.
Entrepreneur. I think entrepreneur is better. That's great.
That's a good one, though. Yeah, and he's just like, and every time, I'm like, Henry, why are you in my yard? And then I just go into my house, because I don't know how to get that cow out of my yard. He's just like, because he doesn't know English, he's just like, sir, let me tell you about a business okay. He puts away his cow briefcase and he walks back into the pasture next door.
That's lovely.
That's what I imagine. All right, hit me up with another idea so we can get more.
Okay, so hear me out. The name of the restaurant is Counterculture, and you walk in and it's kind of like a buffet, but every different counter is a different food culture, like a different type of cuisine.
Okay, so
that is cool.
So, yeah.
Okay, so hear me out.
Yeah.
We take that buffet and then we make it look like a map of the world. And
yeah, I like that too.
It's like you're walking the globe.
I also like the idea of like every actual table, the tabletop having a map of the world on it.
Yeah.
And like maybe different tables can have maps from like different eras and stuff.
Yes. Okay. So like this is beautiful because in the same meal I could help myself to hummus and pita bread. And also enjoy some pasta, which is my favorite dish.
Yeah,
but like not always.
Chicken.
So it's like literally counterculture because you get all of your food at different counters, and that is a specific culture. But it's also counterculture in the other sense of the word, in that you can you can crisscross and mix match cultures so that they're not really they don't really match any one food place.
Taking the pun one step further, should we call it countered culture, because it's culture on a counter, like the culture's been countered?
Yeah,
you go from there,
I like that.
with the D at the end. Ooh, I like that.
Countered culture.
Oh, and hey, you can use different kinds of silverware. You could have chopstick, but use it with your.
But it can't be actual silverware, because once again, I do need to stress, we do need to always make sure that we can have werewolves in our restaurants without a lawsuit.
Yeah,
that's very important.
True.
Yeah. But we will have garlic.
The garlic section has to be in a little bubble. Like, it's got to be some bubble garlic.
You know, that's okay.
Vampires are
in this
important
hypothetical.
Because as soon as we get rid of the silver part of the silverware, but we still have garlic, that's a lawsuit. on our hand, and everybody knows vampires make the best kinds of lawyers because they're both blood-sucking creatures. Everybody knows that. Okay.
It is known.
Yeah, it's...
What if, so there's also different kinds of food cultures, though. Like there's, you could have a little section that is just pure vegan, or you could have a section that is vegetarian. You have a section
or like you
that
could
is
have
gluten-free.
a section that's like punk food.
Punk food, 90s culture food.
And then next to that it's punked food, where you eat it and then it's actually not food, and then Ashton Kutcher pops out of the counter and he says, "Oh, you got punked," and then he goes back inside.
So what if there's like a bar and it's just like 90s culture food? So you've got like
Nickelodeon slime and gack
and colorful ketchup, trick cereal, and stuff like that. And then there's old people food. That's literally what the next bar is called. Old people food, and it's mashed potatoes.
A vat of tapioca pudding.
Just a whole bunch of different mashes.
And butterscotch
and
casseroles.
Casseroles.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I was thinking that's more middle-aged, but I
don't know.
Prune juice.
And within anything that's like yogurt based, all of the cultures are grown in-house.
On the counter.
Yeah.
All of the cultures are grown in your glasses for your drinks.
Bacteria culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else? Okay, clearly we have to have the best chefs from every different region of the world.
Yeah, I think that's actually, so like since it's a chain, there's a lot of these in different places, and what determines what counters you have is who you hire as your employees. So every single different location can be different, and every counter is made by what employees you have.
Ooh, what if the biggest, we have one central location, right? So we have all these outliers and it's the regular map you walk in, but the biggest location we have probably probably international waters is the best place to put it.
If this is in the water, it would look like an aquarium, right? International waters.
I don't know if it would look like an aquarium. We're not putting our food in water.
I want to sit in a restaurant in the ocean where I can see the ocean around me. And
a big submarine restaurant.
It's glass, but somehow it's safe.
I think somebody's done that. I don't know. That might just be like clickbait I've seen on the internet scrolling through it. Like, you won't believe where this restaurant is, and then it's just like clearly underwater, and you're like, okay, well, I don't have to click on it. It's clearly underwater.
Right.
Stupid clickbait.
Okay, so I have another restaurant idea, kind of. Okay, so hear me out. We combine the culture of an ice cream parlor with bars, because I don't like bars and I've never felt comfortable in them, and I think that's probably why people are it's hard to like meet new people unless it's online anymore. It's because it's literally there's no good places to go where you feel like you can meet someone who's cool. But if you take an ice cream bar and you make it for like 21 and older,
adults.
A 21 and older ice cream bar, and you can get alcohol, but more importantly, you can get ice cream.
We call it the ice cream social. That's what it's called. That's in my brain. It's my head.
And it's cool. And also, it's not very dimly lit. It doesn't look like a little kid's place either. It's like...
What if it was like Creamery Tavern?
Creamery Tavern.
Because those are both like two different things.
That sounds gross, honestly. Creamery Tavern sounds like huge.
Never mind. Yeah,
sounds
the more I think
like
about it, the grosser that
Jizz
sounds.
Tavern. And okay, so hear me out. This is what the inside's gonna look like. The inside of this ice cream social place is gonna have dancing cows painted on the wall. There's cows dressed like badass characters. They're like badass women.
Chick-fil-A did that for a long time. They had calendars where they dressed up cows as historical figures. I know because my sixth grade
historical figures.
My sixth grade social studies teacher kept them on his wall regularly and teared all the pages. And it was basically a wallpaper made out of cows dressed up as like Julius Caesar and Amelia Earhart, which is dope.
No, but these cows are wearing like Adidas pants. let it be known that both Aubrey and I right now are wearing Adidas pants.
Because we wanted to dress up real nice for work today, which is creating a podcast.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so hear me out. It's a restaurant called Half Baked, and it's a cat cafe. So there's cats everywhere, and a lot of people don't actually know this about cat cafes. They just think that the cats are in there for like shits and giggles, but the cats are in there because they're up for adoption. Important note. You're supposed to be able to go into a cat cafe and be in like a much more relaxed adoption space where you're not pressured into adopting a cat, but also if you get attached to a cat, you can take it home with you. So it's a cat cafe where all the cats are up for adoption. First of all the cats' names, which of course you could change if you actually adopted it, but all the cats' names in the shop are like food names. So there's like
Cute.
So there's like Toasty and Almond and Cookie and Blueberry and like stuff like that. And as far as the food goes, they already have like pastry shops and they already have shops and restaurants for like dough. And this place is going to be half baked, and all of it's going to be either recipes that don't need to be veganized in order to be safe to eat raw, or they're going to be like vegan recipes so that you don't have to worry about like salmonella and stuff since it's only half baked.
That is lovely.
So everything is like warm, but it's like a little bit crispy on the outside and like really squishy and mushy.
Well, heck
it's
yeah.
all half baked. And it's a cat cafe just because that makes it cuter.
Tessa, if you name this place Half Baked, there might need to be some marijuana involved.
Oh.
In this place.
There's
it's in Colorado.
There's a back area.
It's in Colorado where this is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to get fully baked there. That's rule number one. Rule number one.
You can only get half.
You can only get half baked.
You can only get baked on half of your body.
Oh, yeah. And hear me out.
You don't get to choose which half either.
Hear me out. The cats are also half baked on catnip. So like.
So you like THC infused catnip?
It's catnip. It's their drug. So like everything in there,
cats are also
food
affected by marijuana.
There you go. So so
you don't even have to use catnip.
Cat safe marijuana. Everything's half baked. I think that's beautiful. I would visit.
What about things that shouldn't be baked at all? Are we half baking them? So if we have like.
No, it's like.
I want a spoonful of peanut butter. Hold on, let me bake that up halfway for you.
No. Tessa would take care of you. She'd make it safe and delicious. Okay, so hear me out. Why aren't cinnamon tortillas a thing? Like, why are tortillas all basically the same flavor?
Because they're perfect the way they are.
Okay, I love tortillas. I really do.
We need to like take away the idea. Maybe not cinnamon tortillas because that's like not a tortilla and that's not like not respectful. Maybe not respectful is the wrong word, but it's kind of like you can't call it a tortilla if it's not.
I get that.
A tortilla. Yeah. But I do like the idea of like cinnamon flatbread,
right?
But like super flat tortilla bread.
So it's not a tortilla, but it is a tortilla. So like, I mean, because sometimes you don't want like a cinnamon roll.
It's a cinnamon.
Or you don't want even bread can be a little bit much sometimes. You just want a tortilla, but you want it to be cinnamony.
Why isn't there cinnamon flavored Eucharist?
Oh, heck, here we go. We're diving in. Okay, so there should be cinnamon-flavored Eucharist. There should be hot... Hey, this isn't about Jesus.
Hop into a vat of cinnamon and then go, have my flesh.
This is my body. Covered in cinnamon.
Have my body. But
okay,
only if it's covered in cinnamon.
Covered in cinnamon, spice, and everything.
Drink my blood, but only if it's alcoholic. I don't know.
Okay, so cinnamon Eucharist, hot chocolate Eucharist during Christmas time. During the Lenten season.
Eucharist s'mores!
Oh my gosh, we are so sacrilegious.
I'm not religious at all.
Yeah. I think these are all good ideas. I think some people would say we're going to hell for this, but...
Dang! Oh, I just No, that doesn't even work. I just thought of an idea for what we call a tortilla shop. And it works on paper, but it doesn't work when you say it out loud.
What?
The tortilla flotilla, because it looks like tortilla flotilla. Or tortilla flotilla. But it doesn't work when... It looks right.
Okay,
it looks
but
right,
hey,
but it sounds wrong.
I like the idea of a place that's just a tortilla. Okay, they have places that just sell tortillas. Never mind. That's a real thing.
You mean like tortilla factories?
Yeah. Hey.
No, but these specialized tortillas.
Maybe
Eucharist.
different flavor. Okay, what if there's a store you could go into, and it's cutesy, or you could get anything you want in a tortilla. You could get breakfast stuff in a tortilla. You could get like chicken stuff in a tortilla. You could get pizza. Okay, not
it's
pizza
called
in a tortilla.
Burritoville.
Well, shit.
Or taco, I guess. Taco Town.
Okay.
Taco Town. I like Burritoville.
I like Burritoville too.
Yes.
Okay, so hear me out. It's a place where you walk in, and you know how you can get like a cheese board with a whole bunch of different cheeses?
Yeah.
It's like that, except this place is absolutely a vegan restaurant. And you go in and you can order an apple board or a pear board or a banana board, and they give you every different, or not every different, because that would be like thousands, but like maybe 10 to 20 different varieties of that same species, and you just get to like taste all of them at once. And of course, that's similar to how you would with a cheese board. You could have like different toppings. You might have like some granola or like
jams.
Jams, granola jams. Maybe a piece of bread if you want to put it on. Yeah, or a cracker.
That'd be good. And then you could actually compare the fruit, because like I never, when I decide I want to buy an apple, I'm usually looking at their price and thinking about
Me too.
what I'm going to spend on an apple that day. But like, I don't know if I really like Pink Lady more than Gala, or, you know, I know Honeycrisp is the best, but that is too much money for me to spend.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I realized that there's a place in Baton Rouge, Southside Produce, where all of their apples are the same price, but they don't even have Honeycrisp apples, but they still have Pink Lady, Jazz, Gala, Red Delicious, Granny Smith, Brayburn, like most of the more medium level of amazingness apples, and they're all at the same price. So since they're all the same price, I just get like one grocery bag and put a whole bunch of different apples in them. And so that week I have like
that's cool.
a lot of different apples. Yeah, which is fun.
I like that.
What if we made, okay, so hear me out, a restaurant, but it's made in a cardboard fort. That's what I got. It's made out of old pizza boxes.
All right, and in this restaurant, you can only they only
the
serve...
name can be, well, what if the name were like board games? Is that a good name for a restaurant?
Office? No, the box office one, right? That was like this thing. The board. People will walk in and be like, "All right, y'all sell board games?" And we'll be like, "No, we're just a restaurant made out of cardboard." And they'll just be like,
they
"Oh,
only serve
board
crackers."
What if it's? Oh, never mind. I was gonna be like, what if they only sell like protein shakes and it's called board gains?
That's it's like half gym, half board games. Like, oh, that was a good rep. Those were some good sets. You up for Monopoly, bruh? And it's like, totally. And then they go over and they're like, oh man, the Monopoly's gone. Shoots and ladders. And then they play Shoots and Ladders for a little bit.
Candyland is.
Fuck yeah, Candyland, man.
Hear me out. A restaurant called Candyland, where you walk through Candyland and you play, but you walk through it.
So it's kind of like a theme park.
But except in a building, so that you can be in it when it's raining.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's and then you roll die and you hop along and you eat jellies and candy canes, and it would
that can
really
also
good
be a cat cafe.
Why not? Add some kitties into it. I think that'd be good. Okay, so hear me out. The last idea of this episode about foods. What if we had a kind of mayonnaise, but it was actually good, and it was called womanaise?
Womanaise?
Yes.
All right, so that'll do it for us this week.
I like it.
I'm Aubrey and Hannah.
And I'm Hannah LaFleur.
And I'm Tessa.
And this has been Okay to Hear Me Out.
Bye.